Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus the Riven Realms. I've taken us from Avernum all the way across to Devon. That's all that happened. I did fight in the arena in Ash and Sunrock, but nothing interesting happened. They weren't actually even that difficult of battles. Although I did kind of discover something, and I remember this actually from a long time ago, is Krifta is actually a really strong one-on-one fighter because she has the ability to give her opponent negative 40 accuracy with her sword attack. So as she hits them, she doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's almost impossible for them to hit her back. So she's a really strong one-on-one fighter. She got hit like once out of like 10 attacks. It was crazy. Other than that, you didn't miss anything. So we're here in Devon. My plan today was to go take out these bug nests and maybe try and take out the Ifriani nest at the same time, try and clear out these bounties we have. But before we go, we should sell our black market goods. So we have sell something. We want to sell bogweed in bulk 5 times. And then we would like to sell the remaining bogweed, which I believe there are 4 of. 3, 4. Great. I think that's everything. We could sell the moon dust as well. Why not? Now leave the race turf. And then we shall go, now we need to go to the Shadow Bazaar and enter the Hall of Trade, and then sell them hot wares and sell them our dragon steel, which is a crazy amount of money, 169 plus 48. So we made 200. We made 200 silver from selling the dragon steel that we snatched from Krifta's final loyalty mission. Crazy amount of money. All right, but otherwise we're pretty set. We still have the metal that I want to sell, and honestly, I should probably just grab the silver from here. You guys have any more metal? You don't. You have some scrap metal, but that's not what I'm interested in. We're gonna. Before we go to the other side of the world, we're gonna pay a visit to the Crimson Gate / the Mines of Plenty anyway, because we have to drop off that young girl. What's her name? Shamsi. So we have to drop her off, or at least try to find her uncle or something. But before we do that, we're gonna go try and find these bugs, and then maybe we'll maybe we'll be able to figure out what that... Oh man, you guys, critical fail. At least it was obedience and not like a slave dying or something. Maybe we'll be able to figure out what that humanoid bug was, or the you remember there was like a house or a living space in the Ifriani, or not, in the Yurg nest. I imagine we're at the top. It's this thing again where there are these like little tails. What did I tell you? After some time spent searching, you manage to locate the Yurg nest in the hills. Several smaller burrows alert you to its presence, and soon you come upon what must be the main entrance, a round tunnel that is so emblematic for these insects. There is no way for the whole Comitatus to march inside, so you assemble a team of your most trusted companions. Only at least 2. Ren's not coming. Ren's gonna lose it. You're hurt, Gorgoro? Ah, just a little bit. You can get down there. Krifta, bring the whole squad of good fighters. Now that Harvik's been oh, Harvik didn't get leveled up. I thought he did. All right, you're on the B squad again, Harvik. I've been pretty pleased with Garrick being as strong as he is now that he's got the two things leveled up plus some of his bonuses. All right, confirm. The Yurg nest turns out to be veritable death traps, so you can turn out to be. So you carefully consider how you must proceed. Enter the nest. Oh, I should have grabbed some damp smoke if I don't have any. Maybe I do. The dark circular tunnel is surprisingly dry, and the odd stench becomes quite potent. The walls are covered with creatures' dried secretions, and narrower side passages fork off to the left and right after a dozen steps or so. Some of them are far too tight for your party to crawl through, so you follow the main tunnel. After a few steps, it widens and you arrive in a cave. All of a sudden, the gloom is filled with rustling noises of movement and unnerving chittering. You ready your weapons. A pair of drones emerge from the shadows, their mandibles snapping anxiously, and they attack without hesitation. 2 armor. Okay, so Gorgoro is very key in this fight. There you go. Alright, Eilani begins. Do you think she can stun? She can. So we've stunned the far right guy. Everything is about killing the middle guy now. Shoot him for 14. That's wild. And we've killed him. Burn this dude. And then axe him. I don't think he's gonna get to move. Try to stun him again. I guess, I don't know if you can re-stun a character. He's dead anyway. Ruthless. That went really well. The Yurg have been dealt with, but you are still far from the heart of the hive. If you want to eliminate the nest, you have to descend deeper. 2 tunnels large enough for your group to fit through. The left one is slightly wider, and as far as you remember, the insects emerged from there. Take the tunnel on the right. Uh-oh. You pass through the opening and follow the winding tunnel behind it. After a little while, you come to a chamber with no large exits, where you immediately bump into a single drone. Okay. Restart the fight. He's the last to go. We're just gonna try... Oh! Rude. I was gonna say, we're just gonna try and kill this guy. But his armor blocked all of Eilani's damage. It's unfortunate Gorgoro's last, but I guess it doesn't really matter. The Yurg, after the lonesome Yurg worker goes down, you finally have the opportunity to look around in the chamber. There's something strange about it, but at first you cannot pinpoint exactly what. Then you take a closer look and the realization dawns upon you. Oh! The back of the chamber, the hardened secretion is formed like a chair. A chair! And it's no mere coincidence either. The more you look, the more evidence you discover that this place was, or maybe still is, used by some sort of humanoid creature. In another corner, there is a bed of sorts, and you even find something that could be a bowl, all shaped from the insect's hardened goo or from chitin. And if this was not enough, you finally stumble upon a shed. Oh, a shed piece of chitin, which you initially believed to be the ordinary Yurg hide, before you realize its shape is like a humanoid hand with 3 fingers. What is going on here? This is uncanny beyond measure, but you will certainly not find any answers standing around here. As the chamber has no other exits you can use, the team returns to the large cave and takes another tunnel. A confounding discovery. We're gonna get to the bottom of this discovery. The tunnel snakes and twists, leading down into the bowels of the earth. Skittering sounds through crevices and small holes betray Yurg in parallel corridors. You finally make it to a great circular chamber. Judging from the size of this section and the alien smell, you must be getting close to the hive's core. If you know anything about the Yurg, you must be expecting formidable resistance ahead. Maybe there is an opportunity to draw the Yurg out. Garrick clears his throat. Apparently he has something to suggest. We gotta lean into... every time I bring in Garrick, he gets somebody killed. Remember he killed the guy in the wasp nest with his gas bomb? I like this one though. There's an opportunity to draw the Yurg out. Weapons are at the ready. You sneak into the next chamber. It is even larger than the previous cave, and it has yellowish glowing eggs the size of a man's chest, spread all around its floor and even attached to the walls. Odd formations of the hardened secretion give the impression of twisted pieces of art. Undetected for the moment, you spot a few Yurg drones and a fearsome warrior. Your comrades make some noise to draw out one of the drones closer and succeed in slaying it by jumping upon its thorax and drawing a long blade into the back of its head. Unfortunately, this is as long as your luck lasted, for the dying beast apparently emits something unseen that alerts the others to your presence. The fearsome warrior bug opens and closes its huge mandibles and waves its scythe-like front appendages as it crawls closer. Alright, warrior and a drone. Do you think we can stun the warrior? I don't know. The warrior is the last to go. And you also have 2 armor. Okay, so not much different about you other than you have more health and you probably attack harder. Let's try to stun him. We did. Okay, great. Now we can focus everything else on killing this guy. The fact that Garrick can get more crit. I wanted to use Gorgoro on that guy so he could break his armor a bit. Because I hoped Skornar would be able to kill him. And I was right. There we go. Breaking the armor has allowed Elani to do some damage for real. There we go. That went really well. This has gone as well as it could have. Nobody's even been hit. We gained some chitin. Finally, the last Yerg succumbs to its wounds, rolling on its back, its legs twitching for a while. The nest still has quite a lot of Yerg, but you have some time to finish the job. Pouring lamp oil on the eggs, you set them on fire, and then proceed... I lost my place. And proceed to run out of the tunnels and into the sunlight. The scorching desert air has never been so welcoming. Behind you, sad screeching sounds are heard as the tunnels fill with smoke and death. Ash. Well, that went really well. We burned down another hive, and that one was really easy compared to the first one. Oh, well, we might as well fight them. I've mounted, like, my whole fighting crew. Now we have a crazy amount of fighters. We have 36 mounted fighters. Let's activate flank, I suppose. And then I don't want to send my crew in to fight them. Because, I didn't want them to be hurt. Because we're gonna go fight some more people. We killed them all, but we did lose a slave in the process. Ren got hurt, of course. I feel like Ren always gets hurt. Somehow. Horse guy recovered. Ren did not. They took 2 slaves. And 2 of my food. And we got 880. And we can carry it all. We had to dismount 27 riders. Wild. Alright, let's regenerate some vigor. Ren is healed. Now we'll come around here. Trudges on, everybody's upset because the wind sucks. Oh man. Ah, I see. I was like, why is everybody so upset? It's because the wind was bad. And we were not guarding the camp. Aha! Your scouts, it's those tails on the map, man. They draw me to them. Your scouts locate the Yerg hive on this side of the hills after a brief search. Ren obviously looks twitchy because he hates the Yerg. Let's go see it for ourselves. Oh, we don't have any damn smoke with us. Or at least we don't have 3. Although Harvick has something to suggest. We need 2 companions, Harvick and not being seriously wounded, and we must have potent poison. That's really interesting. I would love to try that. As you survey the burrow from a nearby hill, you can see that it is relatively new. The Yerg must have just recently started to dig into the earth, and at this stage, their lair is more of a huge pit than a proper subterranean hive. The hole's walls are dotted with passages, one of which catches your eye as a major passageway. You believe you could enter through that one. Huge Yerg crawl all over the place, entering and exiting tunnels seemingly at random, so you will have to be careful. Let's try the Harvick thing. You tell the mercenary to speak his mind. We happen to be carrying some nasty poison on us, boss, he begins. Quite deadly stuff. We got enough poison to poison the whole bug nest if we find a way for them to carry it inside. Add it some kind of bait or some shit. With any luck, this will make the whole shebang much easier. Admittedly, this will take some time, but precise work can't be rushed, eh? Allow Harvick to go along with this and look for ways to introduce poison to the hive. Success. And he gained loyalty. We already used all of our movement anyway. Your scouts return with exciting news. They found a stream that disappears into the canyons, and must pass through the hive as well. Perfect. Harvick says with an evil grin. We should put the poison in the water and wait. The nasty little bugs will be dead come morning, I promise. Do we do this, boss? Poison the water and spend the night at a safe distance. Yes. We should not guard the camp today. That seems like a bad idea. We could send our scouts out. I did bring 4 scouts in case I needed to scout for the bugs. That doesn't seem to have happened though. End the day. They've never succeeded. Maybe they know I don't respect them. Morning comes, and a quick visit to the hive confirms that the poison has worked. Dead or dying Yurg lie everywhere outside the tunnels. It looks like the end they tried to go to the surface, perhaps desperate to distance themselves from all the death in the corridors, or perhaps in a last-ditch effort to take the toxin away from their kin. It did not save any of them. Harvick laughs cruelly and puts a few dying bugs out of their misery. You gather your companions to descend into the tunnels and finish off the eggs at the core of the hive, which will irreversibly doom the rest of the nest. All right, do we even have to fight anybody? I guess we'll find out. That worked way better than I thought it would. You descend into the large hole and find your way up to the largest tunnel and enter the cool, dark, dry, winding corridor. From here on, the scenery resembles more of what you expect from a proper Yurg hive. The walls are packed with creatures' hardened secretion, and circular tunnels lead further into the depths of the earth. Dead or dying insects are everywhere, and the group reaches the core of the hive in the deepest part of the burrow unhindered. The nest is easily identified from the presence of the hardened secretions on the wall everywhere. In the stark contrast with most of the freshly dug tunnels, eggs lie in clusters all along the walls and even hang off of them. You storm the chamber where you come face to face with a hulking Yurg warrior. It raises its scythe-like frontal appendages menacingly, and a couple of drones hurry to its aid. But you can see they have not escaped the effects of the poison either. Their movements are slow and uncoordinated. They still put up a fight though. Ah, they're all wounded. I see. And maybe debuffed too? I guess I don't know. Not sure. But we should be able to make short work of them. Harvick cannot be deployed. Yeah, he did spend all his time poisoning everybody. Let's try to stun you again. It didn't work this time. So maybe we try to take out the warrior before he can attack anybody. Yeah. All right. Now, focus on the one in front of Skornar. Eilani at least has a ranged attack, even if it's not great. Or I should have attacked the one in front of Eilani, based on that that idea. Well, then everybody else focus on that guy. Garrick, why don't you debuff them, I suppose? On the off chance we don't kill both of them this turn, which is likely, because I'm spreading the damage around like a weirdo. Let's kill this one. Oh, he still got me. Take that. This has gone exceedingly well. Finally, the last Yurg succumbs to its wounds, rolling on its back, legs twitching for a while. The nest still has quite a lot of Yurg, but you have some time to finish the job. Pouring lamp oil on the eggs, you set them on fire and then proceed to run out of the tunnels and into the sunlight. The scorching desert air has never been so welcoming. Your crew has harvested a large pile of chitin from all the dead Yurg around the hive. Wow. Well, that went really well. And maybe we accidentally killed the Yurg person. Yeah, we've cleared both tunnels. How much food do we have? 6 days. Because we picked up a crap ton of food from the Chakra, but it looks like we've eaten a lot of it already. Do we try to find the Ifriani? I'm trying to look up and see if there's any, like, telltale spots they might be in. Could be here, perhaps. 6 days. We'll probably get a crap ton of food from the Ifriani. Let's try it out. Let's be bold. Let's go straight up. Okay. All right, right at the edge. I almost wonder if it's right there. Let's generate our vigor. I might need it this time. We haven't had to use our fighters yet, but that could change. Oh, maybe over here? That could change quickly. All right, let's try to get closer to the middle. and then kind of reassess. So we're close to the middle. I'm betting it's this right here. I'm gonna quick save. Is that how you save? Maybe F5 isn't how you quick save. Oh, we've just been generating vigor. Oops. Alright, now we're back to all nines. We're down to 3 days of food. Oh, never mind. The place keeps growing on me. The thing is, I only have 5 scouts, and they're so bad. The nest could be up in here as well. You know what? I'm gonna audible out of this. I'm gonna go back to Devon, and I'll bring you right back when we get back to the Efriani nest. So hold on. And we're back. I must have been really close to them the first time, because they're like right here. Ta-da! You notice that at Devon's bounty office, the notice at Devon's bounty office suggested looking for one of the Ifriani nests to the northwest of that great city, and sure enough, here it is. The nest in question must be nearby, for the creatures are out in the open here. Their pack easily recognizable to the naked eye, even from afar. There are not many viable approaches either. The terrain is broken and jagged, but the Ifriani have settled on a high, flat area that is a perfect vantage point for them. One is to simply send the Comitatus at them, hoping that their sheer force will prevail. Alternatively, you could try to circle around them, surrounding them from the 2 sides with your crew. In this case, however, you must be mindful of the wind in order not to alert them to your scent. One thing that did happen is we got ambushed by a group of Yurg, and they killed like half of my fighters. It was wild. Try to force the beasts into a pincer. We can do this. You lick your forefinger and hold it up to test the wind. After some consideration, you choose the best 2 directions from which to encircle the Ifriani, hoping you have made the right decision. Slowly, your fighters march to the left and to the right. We succeeded. Although there is little cover your crew can use, the Ifriani seem undisturbed by that presence until you keep your distance. Thus, your fighters manage to form a semicircle around the pack, on which they begin to tighten, step by careful step. Eventually, the creatures grow restless and realize the threat, but then it is far too late for them. The assault catches them from both sides, crowding them together on a killing field. Oh, there's so few of them. They made it sound like it was a nightmare horde. Yeah, let's go ahead. Well, there's not really much we can do other than flank them. Flanking is like the best one for offensive stuff. And that's what we described anyway, so true to form. Garrick and Harvick got wounded, but we did kill all of the Ifriani, so... that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. I like how we have no foot soldiers. They're all mounted soldiers. 900 food is bonkers. We don't even have enough space for all of it. I'll take the food, I suppose. Take the time to skin the dead beasts and gather the eggs as food. I guess it didn't matter. We were already full anyway. We will send out our guys. Brought back a little food. You know what? We have a crazy amount of food right now. Let's give everybody bonus rations for a good job of hunting. We can't get Devon is the spires are in the way. Devon is a single space away. Whoops, I actually went to visit the spires. That's my bad. All right, back to normal rations. Or maybe, you know what? We'll do well fed for 1 day. Maybe that'll help us get out of the vigor slump. Approach the guards. There's nothing to hide. Our license. And then we shall go... Is it the gardens? Yes, the legate. Do we have crimes we've committed? Sure. Apparently we've committed crimes. I don't know when or how. Bounties office. The destruction of the Ifriani nests. The Ifriani trophies are counted and added up at a smelly room in the back of the offices. Grim-looking slaves take them away, and an old official who looks like a retired pit fighter hands you your reward after informing you that Imperial scouts have recently verified the destruction of the nests. It turned out to be quite a profitable adventure. Oh no, Elani! Grifta loved it. And then the fall of the 3 Yerg nests. You report the fall of the 3 Yerg nests, describing how you got rid of each of them. An old official who looks like a retired pit fighter hands you your reward after informing you that Imperial scouts have recently verified the destruction of the infestation. Mention the strange findings. Elani lost loyalty again? Elani! There's quite a lot of commotion after you report your findings of the signs of a humanoid in the Yerg hive. Several officials get involved, and in the end, you are sent to the office of the magistrate, where you again tell the tales of the Yerg nests, even though the bureaucrat has already heard every detail from her subordinates. Most interesting, Vagrus. Thank you on behalf of the Empire for reporting your findings. She motions to a slave to hand you what must be a bonus on top of your original reward. All this would indicate a new presence in these hives, and one would conclude that this presence was what summoned the creatures to the region in the first place. Of course, one would have to verify. As it happens, the Empire has invited a strange race to its table. You probably already know where this is going. There are an insectoid race who call themselves the Ascori. The only knowledge we currently have is that their kind lives among the Yerg. Supposedly, they have already accepted an invitation to formulate an embassy in Larnak. We've already met these people. Why am I surprised? I knew that, actually, now that they say this. The magistrate motions to the slave to produce a parchment with half a dozen signatures. We would need someone to take this missive to the Ascori there, which inquires about their involvement with the hives in this area. Fear not, your actions are not mentioned at all, but as a reputable Vagrus, you would be a prime candidate to deliver this document. When you ask her why you and not some Imperial agent or clerk, she gives you a weak smile and tells you the resources of her office are strained to the extreme, and this issue does not warrant straining it further. We will accept the task. Excellent, the magistrate claps, and you take the missive from the slave, safely bundled into a leather case. Seek out this embassy and give this document only to someone in charge. We do not want some random bugs to put their hands on it. The seals on the missive give you the right to deal with a person in such a position, and do not let them dissuade you. The slave gives you a pouch of silver coins. For your trouble and the journey, Vagrus, Irifans guide your path. You are dismissed and then leave the office with a strange feeling that the magistrate just wanted to be rid of this problem. At least you got paid in advance. And then we'll give him some trophies. Alright, that's all the outlaw trophies we had. Cool. Let's leave the gardens. Let's hire the rest of these fighters that they have lying around. We should probably sell some of this excess food. Although we should probably just get some beasts of burden. We are low on labor. Wonder how... Oh, we have ivory as well. I was gonna say, I wonder how many horses can we change into mounted units before we start losing some cargo space. Let's first take a look at what we would like to pick up for a mission. We're going to the Mines of Plenty and the Crimson Gate. I do not intend to go back to Torzeg Shelter, so we don't want to pick up any missions for there. I was like, there's not going to be any missions, and I'm going to feel stupid for having hired all those beasts. Sure enough, there was one mission for the Mines of Plenty, none for the Crimson Gate. I'd say I'm shocked, but I'm not super surprised. In fact, there's only 2 missions for Torzeg Shelter anyway. We could go to Agaros Work Camp as well. We could take like a weird way to the Mines of Plenty. Honestly, I'm not against that. Let's do it. The only thing that's out there is like undead anyway. It's not that dangerous. And maybe we just take all the food then. if We had all these beasts of burden anyway. We might as well just load up on cheap food. See, okay, I was gonna say, how many horses can we get away with? It looks like 15 outriders. And our labor is very close, so we'll get one more person. And then, I guess we'll probably just head out. Make our way over to Agaros. You guys failed? How could you do this to me? Passing by the old archive. Oh, we don't want to send them out today. Sneak right by the vortex here. Let's boost our movement a little bit. Oh, I'm feeding them like crazy. Whoops. Well, I hope you guys enjoy being nourished. That'll never happen again. I like how that was when you get to level 8, the status is nourished. Like the other, I know how it says sustained. It's like you're always in a level of malnourishment as your base level. Outlaws? You bozos. You don't know what you got yourselves into. Let's see. Makeshift barricade. This one's not a cakewalk. Do we want to call their ranks? Probably. It's going to be a little bit of a longer episode, I guess. I was going to take you guys to Agaros and then end the episode, but you get some combat instead. It's a weird hodgepodge of enemies. Suck it, nerd. I forgot that I had swapped Garrick off of this team. Who should we stun? Who's probably the most dangerous? Probably you are. He can shoot and stab, so... Spear guy missed. He's fended me. Those guys are stuck at the back. That's good to know. I thought they'd throw spears, but apparently not. And then hit this guy. He's not dead, but he's close. Finish him off. Alright, she's gonna get stabbed. Only for 2, though. And then she's been fended twice. Middleman it is. Jump forward, Harvick. For a crit for death is great. He's been stabbed in response. Just gonna rotate our dudes in and out. Guess we'll hit that guy for 7. The crits are coming fast and furious. Axe that guy. He's moving forward. Double up the fireball. Try to finish this dude. Good job. Once again, jump forward. Ilani, instead of trying to stun a guy, I would like you just to kill this man. Gogoro doesn't have the movement or the power necessary. That's what I was worried about, but he did miss me. And then fireballs. We're doing good. We've been fended again, but I can probably kill him. Oh, they both burned to death. All right, that went pretty well. Let's see how the major combat goes. Ren got hurt again, and 2 of our horses got wounded. They are retreating. We will pursue. A couple more of our guys got hurt, but we did kill everybody. So give them time. Hopefully our horses recover. Some of them did. And 2 of them died? Sure did. Rough. Lots of goodies, though. I love goodies. All right, let's get our movement. And let's get to Agaros today, please. Get some more vigor back. Repeated combat really takes it out of your crew if you don't manage your vigor. What? There's something alert on the horizon. Is it the calamity? It's the magical storm? Magical defenses. We have a spell weaver. Cast spells. We succeeded. Morale. Woohoo! The last time, or I think, maybe not the last time, but one of the times we got caught in the arcane storm, we got a beast of burden split into 2 horses, which is not economically viable. All right, we made it to Agaros. Let's turn this in before I forget I have it, and then We'll sort through this stuff later. But we'll pause the episode there. If you guys enjoyed, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more Vagrus the Riven Realms or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!